So for today's video, which is Tuesday the 23rd of March, I'm behind the camera, so it's not a picture of me. I want to share with you something quite magical. About 5 years ago, Glyn made me this room, and infused in the walls is crystals. And the whole idea was it was going to be my therapy room. And I realised that everything I do it for other people, and which is good. It is good. I'm a therapist, and that's part of who I am. But it never really got used much because I was working, wasn't I, May? 4 days a week at Ragdoll, and that didn't leave much time to actually use the room. So I know I'm just standing outside the room a lot, so I'm going to go in. So then 2020 happened, and it got used for other things, where I'd sit and do my own work, and then we took the couch down and became a man cave. So now it's used as an art room. And I was saying to my friend Rachel Smith, it's so phenomenal having a room that is just purely for me. I mean, I'm lucky, but this room isn't about doing things for other people. This room is just my space. Granted, there's some of Glyn's aeroplanes behind there, but it's my space. And whether you can have a room to yourself, which I hope everyone could, or you just have one area that is set aside for your things that reflect just you. You know, like some people say they have an altar where they light candles and so forth. But to me, it's been the most liberating, phenomenal, magical, powerful experience ever. So my dream is to create cards, soul wisdom cards, and to sell them. So that is my dream, but it's something that I just really enjoy. I find sitting and creating is just so healing and so relaxing. So that's my little seahorse. That's a plug for Emma with aroma glow, amber glow aromas. Oh gosh, I should know the name. So that's a plug for my daughter. She makes melts, and received as a Mother Day present. And so yeah, basically I just create little things that were, drawings. I use watercolour, I use acrylic pens, and then I cut them out and stick them onto cards. I haven't got any ready-made because Emma commissioned me to make some for her because she's doing this launch of these mystery boxes. So I've posted out to her a set of 10. But yeah, let me just show you. So I've always been interested in colour, the healing effects of colour. So I've got colour pencils out on show. Also got postage. Last post on Saturday, 11:45. I've got my soul cards up here. So this is my card reflection today. So these are my Sacred Rebel cards, which I like to use. I love Hope in this book. I've mentioned this book before. I love her wisdom. I spray some Sacred Space from the Findhorn Centre in Scotland. My drum, which I love drumming, and my Free Spirit journal. Here I've got some glitter that is safe for the planet. That's not probably the best description, but I don't know where I put things. Oh, I was just having a look. Stamps. And then just to like come in here and sit and everything's out. I love these pens that my friend Julie gave me for my birthday. My set of glues, my paintbrushes that are in use. Using mugs contain my things, pens, and then just like sitting. I used to love art at school. I went to school in Australia, and in year 11 and year 12 I studied art, and these are some practicing. So yeah, how many years ago? I bet most people who might be watching this, 1984 seems a long time ago. GC, Jeps Cross Girls High School. So our art classes were, I was making a card for my friend Covey, they're pigeons. And we used to have the radio on, we used to have a coffee, we used to all talk about things. Our art teacher, Mrs. Mayers, was the most phenomenal art teacher, and I used to love it. I really used to love our art. And then, you know, like you leave school, and that's a pheasant, by the way. Oh, this is from Christmas. My designs from Christmas. Oh, his name, Albert. You leave school and then you get on with life, and then like the playfulness, you know, the things that you do purely for yourself gets forgotten. And that's why I'm so proud of my daughter Emma, because she's made these wax melts, and this is something she's always been interested in, and she's doing it. And it's like, the quality is excellent, but it's the amount of love and fun that she gets from doing it. So whatever your passion is, like whether it's baking cakes or artwork, you know, just do something purely for yourself. These are really, really old. Very old. So yeah, so it's not a tidy space. It's a lovely space. And I love coming and, you know, just looking. That's the, I bought myself an orchid, representing, you know, this is my space. And out here, our neighbour has got some like birds, he feeds birds. So you can't see them, but they are literally in the bushes. They've got their own little world. It's like our own little area for them. It's just phenomenal, but I think they're all nesting at the moment. Our neighbour's cutting down his Leylander tree, so I won't be nosy. So yeah, so I've got my crystal, and these are drying. These are the latest little drawings I've done for my cards. So they're watercolours, and they're just drying there. My friend Amy years ago gave me this candle. My money plant, because it's looking a little bit happier being in this room. And yeah, exploring with different paintworks, that's not the right term, exploring with different media, so paint. Again, these were a birthday present from my friend Julie, so acrylics. And when the cards are made, they're going to go in here. This is like a recycling box where I've got like cards where I received a birthday card, and I love the design, so I'm just going to keep it. And a little tissue paper in there, and another card is in there. And then when the cards are made up, I'm going to store them in here. And whoops, so it's got on the floor. Oh, and then my doodles. Are they called doodles? Drawings. I'm quite sure that's in there. So yeah, and this is going to be, I'm going to make a card for my friend Liz because she's starting a new chapter in her life, and I feel drawn that this one is for her. And this is in the making for my friend Sammy. That's the first stage of like creating something. I want to not just make greeting cards, but work with the cards intuitively. Like when I draw something for somebody, it's because they've come into my mind and I want to draw them something, and then it's got a message as well to go with it. So Sammy, to me, Sammy, she's magical and a beautiful soul, and you know, that is a seahorse, which maybe looks not quite like a seahorse, but you don't have to be perfect. You just got to be magical in you. So that's in the making for Sammy. And then also, my father-in-law had made me this box years ago, and inside of it I now store my labels, which my daughter got me. So these go on the back of my cards to say who I am, my washi tapes, and then bear with me. Hopefully that don't fall. It's secret, you can't get in it. I've got more stickers. So yeah, lots more stickers, lots more tape, but still can't find the ruler. Lost my ruler somewhere. So yeah, I highly recommend following your creative calling, whatever your creative calling is. If you are lucky enough that you can have a room to yourself, phenomenal, it's your space. This is what it means when they say make time for you. Time for me to do, just be me, is liberating. But even if you can't, I mean, originally I had it all in boxes around the corner, and I used to take the boxes out and put them in the kitchen. So this is like amazing that I've now got this space, and it's time for me, and there's nothing more that I enjoy than coming in here and painting. So, and then also not just that, like using up all the little bits of paper. So here, like, I love creating things in circles because circles are very powerful, but the offcuts, I want to use these as well, and not just throw them away, but make good use of all pieces. So yeah, I start off with like, you know, doing an outline or something, and then, as I said, using my watercolours to colour in. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a behind the scenes video of my art room. Oh, I don't know if you just heard my tummy rumble then, but it's probably lunchtime, so I better go. And thanks for listening, and whatever you're doing or whatever's calling you, go for it. I don't think I can turn it around at all. No, I like to be behind the camera this time. So that's it for today, and I hope you've enjoyed, you know, a behind the scenes, something different. Perhaps this might inspire you to, you know, do something just purely for yourself, because when you do something just purely for yourself, doors open, magic begins, and it's just so healing. So yeah, and this is what I've experienced. So bye for now.